How long's Foggy been away?
4 days.
When's he due back?
Oh, well, about 10 days. Stop whittling. He's only just got there.
Hey, suppose that he marries her.
Then she'll have to excel at knot tying and map reading.
Yeah, well, he better watch out.
Oh, don't panic. They just hold hands.
Is that all?
It gives them both the illusion of romance without any of the disadvantages of actually spending their lives together.
Oh! I wish I'd just get my legs together. Oh.
It was good of you to push my mother-in-law.
I don't know why we come all this way just to stare at ducks. I don't really.
But it's lovely out here, Nan.
When you've seen one duck, you've seen them all. Especially from behind.
I always think it's romantic out here. What you thinking of? Staring out over the water with your soulful English eyes?
I was wondering, if we took the brake off your mother-in-law, would the water completely cover her chin?
Come again?
But I think it's a great idea. Ivy's got to visit her sister in Wales. So we could drive her down and leave her at her sister's for, say, 12, 15 months?
Just a few hours will do, thank you.
Anyway, we could drop her off at her sister's, and the three of us carry on the extra few miles, collect Foggy. We could even spend the day with him. Then get my little woman here safely back. But not necessarily before closing time.
Well, what are you driving me
In the van.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm not turning up with our moorings being dropped off like a sack of spuds from that ratty old van.
You can sit in the front.
Oh, thank you very much. I can have the best spot, can I? Over the sunshine floor. Almost the last of the convertibles, our van. The roof stays put, but you can slide back the floor damn near everywhere.
Why don't we hire a car? Oh, well, I just thought I'd throw it in as an idea, you know.
They're coming to collect me on Wednesday. They've hired a car.
That's nice, love. I'd like to meet your friends.
Yes. Well, perhaps I ought to tell you about one of them. He's a bit,
Oh, poor dog.
No, he's quite happy.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, he's perfectly happy. It's just the rest of us who makes miserable. Oh, I mean, what can you do? We're lumbered with him, and you know how it is. You can't have him put down.
Good heavens, no.
No, I know. We made inquiries. Whatever you do, keep your eyes above his belt.
Well, I'll try, love.
Well, it's never advisable to look too closely at his trousers.
I couldn't anyway, love. Not without my reading glasses.
It's just that he's a bit careless about his buttons. Well, when I say careless, I mean criminally negligent. Try not to scream if you see anything move inside his trousers. See, he keeps ferrets in his pocket. I think the worst thing for a stranger is when he tries to feed them.
Don't worry, love. I'm a widow, not a shy young girl like yourself.
We shall have to keep him away from your late husband's mother. Where is she?
Having a lie down. She likes to close her eyes and sharpen her tongue in darkness. Well, what can you do? You can't have 'em put down.
She doesn't like me.
Well, she's an old woman, love. Give her time.
But if she's an old woman, how much more time has she got?
She could have years yet.
That's true.
Yes, Nan, I'm here.
What are you doing?
Bit of gardening, love.
Hey, this is a bit of all right, Cleggy. I wonder how fast he'll go.
Don't interrupt him while he's concentrating. Doesn't know where all the switches are yet.
It's not the first car I've driven, you know. That's the trouble with these hard cars. Some damned idiot's been confusing his gears.
After this next car, Clegg, there's a gap after this next car.
It is all right, I can see it.
Put your foot down, Cleggy.
Who's assembled this gearbox back to front?
Who's assembled you back to front?
Look, after we've scraped that garage and tended off the pavement, why don't we go back, boss? We've just had a slow-motion nightmare.
Sure, then all right.
Isn't he a good driver?
Good. I've never seen anyone take so much care.
Oh, aye, it takes him 20 minutes to change gear.
Well, I'm not going if he's not a good driver.
Do you think I'd let you go with anyone that wasn't a good driver?
Why don't you drive?
Well, he's hired it.
You mean you want to get tanked up while I'm at Maureen's?
You know, sometimes I get this impression you don't actually trust me.
Would you like it in writing?
Man, it's only just an impression. There's nothing I can really put my finger on, which is not a bad description of our love life.
Did you lock that back door?
Oh,
Hey, here comes Speedy Gonzales.
It's just a matter of familiarising oneself with the control.
Oh, aye, so we can go hurtling past parked cars at 7 miles an hour.
keep your voice down. Try and think positively. We don't want any last-minute changes of plans, do we?
Don't we?
Well, A, Ivy would be terribly disappointed.
That's true.
And B, I'd kill you.
It's always interesting to hear the other person's point of view. No, I'm afraid I'm not too confident at the wheel. My driving style belongs to a rather earlier age, a sort of quaint ye old English early suicidal. Well now, proprietor, have we time for a cup of tea and some thin buttered toast before we head for the open road?
Not really.
Oh.
Hey, that's looking very tasty, Ivy. You know, I get this sudden urge sometimes to run off with a married woman.
Well, you're not running off with me.
See, she won't even consider it.
I like your hat, Ivy. You know, normally, I've always thought of your Ivy as a non-starter when it came to the romantic stakes. I mean, she stops about here in her apron full of gob, it's like being in the hospital. And then suddenly she is transformed. I can tell you, Siddy, if I were an oil sheik, I'd have one like her on my domestic team. A good, solid lass that can hold a tackle. I could spend the rest of my life fixing your safe belt. Hey, give us a kiss.
When you get in the car, let's be on our way. What are you hiding in there for?
I think it's everybody's duty to avoid an accident.
You'll be driving all right by the time you've got a few miles. It'll all come back to you. You can't go through life just thinking about yourself.
I bet if you work on it, it's possible.
But what about winning a few stolen moments off the leash? I mean, we paid for the car. I was hoping to get round some of them Welsh barmaids.
All right, don't go to pieces. I suppose I'd best do it if you plan to use your time so productively.
Oh, come on, Gleggy, get the finger out.
Come on, then. We don't want to get behind schedule.
Here, get your finger off Llandudno. Finger marks. I thought it was a range of mountains.
You were lost, aren't you? Come on, admit it. You are lost.
No, I am not lost entirely. I just wanted to calculate the most appropriate route.
I've got this car sickness feeling. Quite magical.
You missed your trip, Van.
He's not fit to drive.
I'm fit because I've paid.
There's a book of road maps here.
Don't spoil our fun, Ivy. It's more exciting by ordnance survey.
Let me know, Ivy, if you want me to adjust your chastity belt.
Get out.
We've got to get ourselves orientated. Come on. We've got to line it up until the north on this map coincides with the north in reality.
Welsh North?
Well, it's the same north.
A land of thin sliced ham and eternal lettuce.
We had a kid in the army what was Welsh.
What does these things to people?
I think the Jerry's took him prisoner.
Well, they wouldn't know he wasn't English.
Will you come along and grab hold of the map? You too, Sidney. Come on. Now move it around.
What is this north you keep rabbiting about?
Well, we've got to find the sun. And at this time of the day, north will be almost opposite the sun.
What, down there? Notice how past me wellies?
Kindly humour me by rotating the map.
When you look at me, is it any wonder that some women prefer miniature poodles?
Stand still. Ah, this is almost better than knowing where we are.
Gently. There it is. I've seen it. Bangalore.
We go straight on for 3 miles to the next major road, then we turn left.
Oh, they're very late. I'd have thought Sid could have kept them on schedule. They can be handled, provided you always treat it as an exercise in the art of escorting prisoners. The scruffy one needs a very firm hand. Trouble with him is there are so very few places you'd care to put it. What are you looking for?
Oh, she wants her music. She can't find the tune her grandfather wrote.
Oh, what a pity.
Oh, it'll be here somewhere.
Oh, that's a relief. But perhaps they won't have brought him. Oh, no, they will have brought him. We can't get rid of him. Oh, God, it'd be worth 1,000 votes to the Welsh nationalists. Oh, come, she's got the rhythm, hasn't she? And she does that entirely by ear.
Yes, Nan, what is it, love? She says there's a car.
It's them. They're here. Look, go and head her off before the scruffy one gets out of the car.
I'm telling you, it's that one next door.
Ignore him, Clegg. It's the one you've just left.
Will you make up your mind? Hey, up, now then, Foggy!
You're under observation. Try and talk without opening your mouth.
Never thought I'd see you like this, Foggy. In Wales?
Stay in your seats. Don't let him out.
Quite an enjoyable run, really.
You got him hearing, Foggy? I could murder a pint.
Couldn't you have got him done up a bit?
Oh, we were only coming for the day. It hardly seemed worthwhile.
I had a what?
Don't let him get out. And don't look now, but you're being observed from an upstairs window.
God, that bird of yours, Foggy. She's horrible.
Oh, she's a bit unsolidly.
That happens to be her mother-in-law. Now, Clegg, I'd like you to get this vehicle in off the street. Just reverse it into that driveway, and that should take us nicely out of her line of vision.
Say no more. It's not a very wide drive, Foggy.
Oh, don't panic, man. Perfectly simple manoeuvre.
Not to worry, Foggy. He should be able to hit that space between them gates. I mean, after all, he hit that cyclist, and you should have seen how small he was.
I can't see that. You see, I can't see the pavement.
Put a bit more snap into it, Clegg. Out of all these celts. Damn it, there's a pair of eyes behind every curtain.
Your friends were you?
They've been here. And there. And there. And there. And there.
He's a bit heavy-footed, isn't he? Not a natural on the organ, that one, I shouldn't think.
Steady. Yes, well, the trick is plenty of left hand down. Throttle and clutch, throttle and clutch. There we are.
All over somebody's front garden.
He's trying to tell us something.
You can see what Foggy thinks of you driving.
That was a wicked slander. The man is merely in the grip of some powerful emotion. The English are not as reserved as the world pretends.
If there's anything we can do to help Foggy, don't hesitate to ask.
Yes. You can get your damned vehicle off my foot. Get it off.
Well, it is good to see you.
Hey, I had a terrible drive with those 3 lunatics.
I don't think I've seen you since I papered the lounge.
There was one fool driving and another set behind me breathing in my ear,
Hope you like pale mustard.
wanting to adjust my safety belt.
It's always a question of how far you dare go with the carpet.
Mind you, mine's just as vague and useless.
It's a shag pile.
Aren't they all?
Didn't he go a funny colour?
If he'd asked me to drive on his foot, I'd never have hit it.
I'll say this for Foggy. He might act a bit Tory, but when the chips are down, he can swear as good as me any time.
I thought a lot of it was unnecessary, especially in a built-up area.
And there was somebody playing the organ. All the time that Foggy was uttering that colloquial Anglo-Saxon, there was somebody upstairs playing the organ. The Welsh can put anything to music.
The ambulance is on its way.
It's funnier than we thought it was. Foggy, are you going to have it off?
No, get off, be careful, get away.
Oh, it's
get
a
off.
real treat watching him being so brave.
Oh, you've already crushed it to a pulp. I don't want it twisting off.
No, I think you should wait and have it seen to properly in the hospital.
You're under the anaesthetic, I agree.
Be brave, love.
Oh.
Be brave? What's he got to be brave about? He's only got a bruised foot. Mind you, they said that about Long John Silver. And look what happened to him.
I don't think there's anything broken.
What makes you say that?
Oh, well, nobody made me say it. I just threw it in. Mind you, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a second opinion.
Now, come on. Wiggle your toes before rigor mortis sets in.
Oh, no.
Yes, try, love. I'll hold your hand.
Tea ready then? Don't you be holding hands.
Well, it's only sympathy, Nan. He's been injured.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. In pain, is he?
It's agony, madam.
Oh, there's a pity. Can he wiggle his toes then? I never hear when anything interesting happens. This damn stink.
Hey, come on, it's nearly opening time. We're not going to spend all day watching him wiggle his toes, are we?
Can you wiggle it, love? I think you ought to try, really.
Will it hurt?
Oh, yes.
He isn't going to put his foot in it.
Or under it. Nice fella. Nobody likes him.
Too bossy.
Yeah, never stops. He's always talking about the army. I tell you, if he marries your Gwen, he'll have her doing everything by numbers.
Oh, you make me laugh. More than that fella in there does, I can tell you. Look at you, the English have neglected you.
Aye. I'm all alone, except for young Archie,
Your son?
me ferret. But it's not the same as the company of a woman. I need somebody to share me fireside, to put a shilling in me gas meter. I want to see a pair of corsets hanging over the end of me bed.
You cheeky.
Now, look after this lady until they've finished with me and keep her well away from him with that ferret in his trousers.
Well, he hasn't brought his ferret with him, Foggy.
Well, in that case, keep her even further away. Can't you may proceed, driver? Fingerprints I had already. The tyre prints were entirely by courtesy of that unforgettable sequence known as the Clegg reverse turn. Well, it's been a memorable day. From that damn first sensation of disbelief when you see this hired car passing over your sock. Stop! Rob! Oh, my God. Look, I want you never to do that again. I've forgotten how spectacular is the sight of him bending down. Place him round behind me. Let the Welsh have the benefit of it. Let them make what they can of that little welcome in that little hillside. Well, come on, move on. I don't know what the old woman saw in you. I hope it wasn't that. But don't jog me. Try to think of it as the flat seas, and let's have a bit less of this over the sticks. Oh, come along, I want to see the pond.
I'm glad he's asleep. I didn't realise he was so heavy.
It's this Welsh gravity.
Is it?
The Welsh tend to weigh very heavy for their size.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. They wear out piano stools quicker than the English.
Of course.
They're mountain folk, basically.
Ah, you mean like goats?
I think so. Especially if they play rugby.
You know, you never find anything worthwhile in a cast-off fag packing.
You keep looking, though, don't you?
Oh, ah.
When you look closely at life, it makes you wonder how it is that Foggy is heading for the pond.
Let it go.
I should turn or something, Foggy.
Watch your front, Foggy.
You're a fine one to be giving that sort of advice.
Mind your foot, Foggy.
Hup.
Shall I have a fish cake as well, or will that be mostly data?
It'll still go down in great mouthfuls. It's like watching men forking hay through a barn door.
Hey, Foggy's been in a foul mood since we brought him back from Wales.
No, why?
Well, if you married the old lady, he'd married the other one. That would have made you his father-in-law. Oh, listen, son. Would you like to bring your dear old dad another plate of chips?
You shouldn't go wandering, Foggy. Malcolm Ramsdale never found true happiness with all his restless wanderings.
Why? Where did he go?
Up at Leadfield Street.
How do they get fish just the right size for this batter?
Susan employs a cleaner who turns out to be Mrs. Doubtfire. I hope she keeps her frock on. My Family, starring Robert Lindsay, tonight at 9 on UK TV Gold. And there's a younger incarnation of Mr. Lindsay next as Wolfie Smith. Stay with us.
Foggy been away?
4 days.
When's he due back?
Well, about 10 days. Stop whittling. He's only just got there.
Hey, suppose that he marries her.
Then she'll have to excel at knot tying and map reading.
Yeah, well, he better watch out.
Oh, don't panic. They just hold hands.
Is that all?
It gives them both the illusion of romance without any of the disadvantages of actually spending their lives together.
Oh! I wish I'd just get my legs together. Oh.
It was good of you to push my mother-in-law.
I don't know why we come all this way just to stare at ducks. I don't really.
But it's lovely out here, Nan.
When you've seen one duck, you've seen them all. Especially from behind.
I always think it's romantic out here. What are you thinking of? Staring out over the water with your soulful English eyes?
I was wondering if we took the brake off your mother-in-law, would the water completely cover her chin?
Come again?
But I think it's a great idea. Ivy's got to visit her sister in Wales. So we could drive her down and leave her at her sister's for, say, 12, 15 months?
Just a few hours will do, thank you.
Anyway, we could drop her off at her sister's, and the three of us carry on the extra few miles, collect Foggy. We could even spend the day with him. Then get my little woman here safely back. But not necessarily before closing time.
Well, what are you driving me in?
In the van.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm not turning up with our moorings being dropped off like a sack of spuds from that ratty old van.
You can sit in the front.
Oh, thank you very much. I can have the best spot, can I? Over the sunshine floor. Almost the last of the convertibles, our van. The roof stays put, but you can slide back the floor damn near everywhere.
Why don't we hire a car? Oh, well, I just thought I'd throw it in as an idea, you know.
They're coming to collect me on Wednesday. They've hired a car.
That's nice, love. I'd like to meet your friends.
Yes. Well, perhaps I ought to tell you about one of them. He's a bit,
Oh, poor dog.
No, he's quite happy.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, he's perfectly happy. It's just the rest of us who makes miserable. Oh, I mean, what can you do? We're lumbered with him, and you know how it is. You can't have him put down.
Good heavens, no.
No, I know. We made inquiries. But whatever you do, keep your eyes above his belt.
Well, I'll try, love.
Well, it's never advisable to look too closely at his trousers.
I couldn't anyway, love. Not without my reading glasses.
It's just that he's a bit careless about his buttons. Well, when I say careless, I mean criminally negligent. Try not to scream if you see anything move inside his trousers. See, he keeps ferrets in his pocket. I think the worst thing for a stranger is when he tries to feed them.
Don't worry, love. I'm a widow, not a shy young girl like yourself.
We shall have to keep him away from your late husband's mother. Where is she?
Having a lie down. She likes to close her eyes and sharpen her tongue in darkness. Well, what can you do? You can't have him put down.
She doesn't like me.
Well, she's an old woman, love. Give her time.
Well, if she's an old woman, how much more time has she got?
She could have years yet.
That's true.
Yes, Nan, I'm here.
What are you doing?
Bit of gardening, love.
Hey, this is a bit of all right, Cleggy. I wonder how fast she'll go.
Don't interrupt him while he's concentrating. Doesn't know where all the switches are yet.
It's not the first car I've driven, you know. That's the trouble with these hired cars. Some damned idiot's been confusing his gears.
After this next car, Clegg, there's a gap after this next car.
It's all right, I can see it.
Put your foot down, Cleggy.
Something's assembled this gearbox back to front.
Who's assembled you back to front?
Look, after we've scraped that garage attendant off the pavement, why don't we go by bus? We've just had a slow-motion nightmare.
Sure, I've been all right.
Isn't he a good driver?
Good. I've never seen anyone take so much care.
Oh, aye, it takes him 20 minutes to change gear.
Well, I'm not going if he's not a good driver.
Do you think I'd let you go with anyone that wasn't a good driver?
Why don't you drive?
Well, he's hired it.
You mean you want to get tanked up while I'm at Maureen's?
You know, sometimes I get this impression you don't actually trust me.
Would you like it in writing?
Man, it's only just an impression. There's nothing I can really put my finger on, which is not a bad description of our love life.
Did you lock that back door?
Oh,
Oh!
Hey, up! Here comes Speedy Gonzales.
It's just a matter of familiarising oneself with the control.
Oh, aye, so we can go hurtling past parked cars at 7 miles an hour.
Keep your voice down. Try and think positively. We don't want any last-minute changes of plans, do we?
Don't we?
Well, A, Ivy would be terribly disappointed.
That's true.
And B, I'd kill you.
It's always interesting to hear the other person's point of view. No, I'm afraid I'm not too confident at the wheel. My driving style belongs to a rather earlier age, a sort of quaint ye old English early suicidal. Well now, proprietor, have we time for a cup of tea and some thin buttered toast before we head for the open road?
Not really.
Oh.
Hey, up, that's looking very tasty, Ivy. You know, I get this sudden urge sometimes to run off with a married woman.
Well, you're not running off with me.
See, she won't even consider it.
I like your hat, Ivy. You know, normally, I've always thought of your Ivy as a non-starter when it came to the romantic sticks. I mean, she stops about here in her apron full of gob, it's like being in the hospital. And then suddenly